Hello, welcome back to the channel. Something I want to talk about today that I feel is somewhat of a crisis in my generation, but this could go for people of all ages, is social media usage and how the act of scrolling through your feed of stuff that's recommended to you is a slow death spiritually, and why you should be cognizant and aware and fully conscious of your use with it and how it affects you mentally. Because for me, I just go down a rabbit hole of comparison. Oh man, that looks like a fun life. Oh, that couple looks happy. Oh, this guy's traveling. This girl's traveling. Wow, they have an amazing life. And you just go down this thing and you're like, what's the point of this? Like, if I need entertainment or something that isn't curated and be like, well, this is for engagement and money and stuff, go watch a TV show, play a video game, read a book, God forbid. I'm trying to work on that, actually reading a book, because my attention span is so shocked and cooked that I'm trying to negate effects of it from Instagram, and because I don't use TikTok, and I still feel it some days. I'm like, wow, I'm cooked. Like, people that use TikTok, like, cool, good for you, but I think it's more harm than good. That could be some good content on there that I think those creators that move to YouTube are better platforms. Um, you can, because it's more long form on YouTube, which I like. You can elaborate and create more ideas and flesh out certain things that maybe a short 1 minute video isn't really going to do you any good on. And you're scrolling and scrolling, and you just kind of feel like a zombie. You're just going through, going to the next thing. You like 8 second watch or 30, and then you watch the next thing, and you don't even like reflect on what you're using. And it's just mindless entertainment. And you notice how I'm like, I talk about it, just feels like it's droning. Like, it's just an empty void that people may use to entertain themselves. And nothing wrong with that inherently, right? But what happens if you do it for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you're putting off certain things in your life that you want to accomplish that have more substance and meaning in your life? But hey, what's a little scrolling? What's a little harm of some scrolling? What's going to do? Boom. Before you know it, 2 hours gone. I sometimes do this with YouTube videos where it's recommended, and you almost have to stop yourself because it is so addicting and appealing to keep watching stuff and learning more. And maybe this video I'll learn something. And then you kind of realize at the end of the day that most of the stuff you are going to learn or find out is going to come from experiences, not what other people are going to tell you. And you're probably thinking like, okay, so why should I listen to you? I don't know. Just clicked on the video, hear what I want to say or not, and make a decision there, right? Like, comment, and subscribe if you've made it to this point. But I guess in a way, you want to be just aware of the stuff you consume, because I think a lot of people are on autopilot when it comes to that crap, and they don't have time in their day where they reflect. And I want to try meditate. I feel like I'm really close to like wanting to commit to meditation, because if I could just get like 5 or 10 minutes where I'm just like zen and really present and just feeling how I'm feeling, I get a better idea of myself, my thought processes, and everything. But when you're just scrolling your life away and consuming, and you're sending like 10 reels to your buddies, and they're not going to take time out of your day to all curate and, oh, I'm going to grade each reel. Like, it's just exhausting. And the kind of brain rot and certain things, it's just, maybe it's good for a laugh or two, but man, like, if you're sending like 15 or 20 reels in a day, like, relax. They're not all that funny. Like, I may be ruffling some feathers here, and you know what? It is what it is. Not everyone's going to agree with what you got to say, but I feel talk about this is in the best interest of everyone, to where you not getting your humanity just sucked out of you, consuming and just always consuming. Maybe do certain things that are not as consumer activities, like hobbies, exercise, just certain things that are more about you and how you build yourself up than watching other entertainment content that doesn't really have any value to it. There's a time and place to it where you can be entertained, but you don't want it to let it just take over certain parts of your life that are important and that need your time and attention that you're just putting off because you want to numb yourself to cheap entertainment or worse things, in my opinion, that could be really harmful to you. Because when you start numbing yourself on social media and just scrolling and just killing time, like, in my opinion, I kind of feel a little part of myself being lost in the sauce of it, and your soul is just getting like you feel like a zombie, like autopilot, and then you may go to food to numb yourself, or drugs, or certain activities that on top of this thing, it's just really harmful to people. I can't even go into the effects of how social media can affect dudes, but man, for women, I feel like they're the most addicted to this stuff. I hear crazy numbers of girls just being on this new TikTok trend and this and that, and you're like, I'm not even like on top of that crap. Of course I'm not. Like, I don't use TikTok, and I don't like when trends become like you're just it's trendy. I'm doing this, and like, are you doing the trend because you inherently like it, or are you doing it because you want to fit in and like something superficial, and you're being kind of phony and not inherently yourself? Whatever that means to you, because being yourself is also a very abstract thing. Because some people are like, if you want to describe who you are, could you even do that? Like, what is you, kind of thing. And a lot of people just influenced by certain things that they don't give two thoughts about, and it can lead to some crazy things in your life, such as developing behaviors or just being a bot. And how social media could be really fucking toxic. Just god awful garbage on there, like promoting just horrible things and incorrect beliefs and stuff that's not even in your best interest and really not kind content. Like, people could be selling you there a lie, a course to your problems. Oh, I care about you so much. Here's my course so I can help you through it. Yeah, you just want to make money off of people. Cool. What an upstanding person you are. That's really kind of you. Yeah, let's just charge some crap. And sometimes people find I've paid for certain things in the past where I felt lost because I didn't really have a older brother figure or a mentor to look to for like this kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out myself. And through these experiences, I learned, I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, I really didn't need these things. And you can't go back in the past and change things that have already been done. But you can do things in the present, which is all you have at the end of the day, right? To start doing things that are going to build up to the ideal you, right? And I think honing in social media and being more aware of your consumption of it will be beneficial, because for me, I definitely cut down on that more. At work, half the time I'd be on my phone just killing time, but now I try to like read, listen to podcasts, um, watch, like, if I'm watching a show or something that I want to, I'm gonna put the phone down and not be on my phone while something's playing in the background. Like, what's the point? Pick one or the other. Don't just do two, three multiple activities at once, and you're OCD and ADHD, and you're just all over the place, and you have the attention span of a squirrel. Like, is that really a way to live life? Pet peeve is like if I'm talking to someone and they're like direct eye contact. I'm in there in person and they're just like, huh? What did you say? Like, were you present? Were you there? Or are you listening to me? Is that kind of like disrespectful that you're in your own world? Like, why are we even hanging out, kind of thing? And, maybe I need a little more compassion there. I don't know. I try not to expect things out of others, but I think when it comes to like treat others the way you want to be treated, that should be a standard. That doesn't seem to be the case nowadays. People seem to be a little more cold and callous, especially when it comes to online interactions compared to in person, which I'm trying to foster a little bit more and have more Quality connections more so than like trying to have like a wide pool of friends, right? But the conversation is as deep and meaningful as this a little. It's very shallow, right? You want to have more quality where it's deeper and something that is valuable to you and very important in your life. And social media just doesn't foster these kind of things more so than not. It's more quantity than quality, and you always got to keep producing more and more. And anyone who creates on there kind of knows this, and you have to pick and choose. Do you want to do quality over quantity? Do you want to create more slop that is just stupid humor? Which, hey, I think there's some great channels out there that's fun for that humor, but it's the time you spend on there. You're going to just spend hours and hours on it, or you're going to try to do the things that you need to do in your day, and then you reward yourself with maybe like an hour or whatever of that content and having balance in your life. I think that's the main takeaway here, is you want to have balance when consuming content, especially now that every social media and everything's so digital. Like, we're all on our phones, like, in one way or another, including me. You're going to be with that stuff, and unless you want to go hermit mode, throw away your phone and go like very bare bones and digitalist, right? Then your other option is, okay, let's ring it in and have some self-control and not let this thing control me and just be unconscious to it, but have some limits to it, and you control it, and then you can have a little more control in your life to do the things you want to do. So that's something to think about, right? I don't know. This guy on here from California yapping. So take that with a grain of salt, as always, in these videos. It's just my opinion. Look forward to comments. I always read them. I love responding and kind of having some discussion. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Support the channel if you want to. Plan to keep making videos until the day I don't want to. And so far that hasn't came yet. And anytime I've sat down, I always kind of liked what let me rephrase that. Not kind of. I always liked what I produced or created. Is a reflection of my thoughts. This channel is basically like a journal on the things I want to talk about. And thanks for sticking around for the ride. More to come. Anywho, have a great rest of your day. Peace. Love you. Whoever you are out there, love you, homie. Keep being you, but have goals, but don't let those goals consume you. But it's always important to strive for better things. But that's, at the end of the day, it's not your identity, and sometimes it's okay just being, just existing. Life is crazy as it is, and it's a huge blessing to be here living it through and seeing what it has in store. So take care until then. Have a great rest of your day. Peace and toodles.